Welcome to this tutorial showing how to perform a conditional lookup in Excel. What's a conditional lookup? It consists in looking up a value based on multiple filters or criteria. In our example, we are using a list of cars by make, model, color, and location. We need to use three filters, the make, model, and color, to get the location of the car. We have two options. One is easy, one is hard. The easy one, however, requires us to modify the data source. The hard one does not. Let's start with the easy solution. The complexity comes from the fact that we have to look up three different values in three different locations. Filter 1 in the make list, filter 2 in the model list, filter 3 in the color list. It would be much easier if we only had one value to look up in one location. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to insert a column and we're going to concatenate the values using the concatenate function. Equals concatenate, opening parenthesis, the make, comma, the model, comma, the color, closing parenthesis, pressing enter, and using the formula all the way down. Now we only have one field, one value, instead of three. And now we can do a VLOOKUP. Equals VLOOKUP, opening parenthesis. For the lookup value, we're going to have to concatenate the filters. Concatenate, open parenthesis, filter 1, comma, filter 2, comma, filter 3, closing parenthesis, comma, our data, which is now our newly created field and the locations, comma, 2 to extract the location, and false to get an exact match. Location, La Mesa. Let's check. Red Toyota Corolla. Red Toyota Corolla located in La Mesa. So let's try another value. Black, San Diego. Toyota Corolla Black located in San Diego. So far, so good. Let's try yellow. NA, not available, meaning there is no match for a yellow Toyota Corolla. So to avoid getting an NA message, we can use the if error function. So equals if error or formula, and at the end comma, and what we want to display instead of NA between quotes. So we're gonna use not found, which is much better than NA. Closing parenthesis, and now instead of NA, not found is being displayed. And if we have a match, we get the right value. So that's the first solution. That's the easy solution. However, we had to insert a column. So how would we get the location without changing the data source? Let's remove what we've done. And let's start again. This time using one formula and not altering the data source. We're going to have to use a combination of index and match in an array formula. So definitely not easy, a little tricky, but as I build the formula, I will explain how it works. Equals index, open parenthesis, our list of locations, comma, and now comes the tricky part, how to get the right row number for the index function. Match, open parenthesis, 1, comma, and now for the max function, we need to compare each list to the filters. So opening parenthesis, getting our list of makes, equal filter 1, closing parenthesis, times. The same thing for the models, equals filter 2, closing parenthesis, times, opening parenthesis, and same process for the list of colors, equals filter 3, closing parenthesis, comma, the type of match, we want to get an exact match, 0, closing parenthesis, comma, 0, because we want to keep the column the same. We want to use the location field. And again, because it is an array formula, we will not press enter, but Control Shift Enter. And we are getting the same value, La Mesa, for the location, which is correct. So now, let's go over the formula again. So for the index function, we need to enter 3 parameters. First, the array that we want to use, and that would be our list of locations. Pretty easy. For the last parameter, 0, because we've already selected our list of locations, we don't want to grab another column, so we need to enter 0. Now, to capture like the row, that's where it gets tricky. We need to use match, yes, but then why 1? Because we want to match the value 1 to the comparison for each filter to the data set. So for each row, Excel will look up like the make, the model, and color, and compare them to the filters. So for our first filter, column B, the makes, is B11 the same as filter 1? No. Times, is the model Taurus the same as filter 2? No. Times, is the color the same as filter 3? In our case, no. And no is 0, and yes is 1. So pretty much for our first row, for Ford Taurus black, the formula returns like 0 times 0 times 0. Therefore 0. Does 0 match 1? No. So it will go to the second column. For the second column, do we have a match for the make? Yes. Do we have a match for the model? Yes. Do we have a match for the color? Yes. And therefore, the formula will return 1 times 1 times 1 equals 1, which is a match to 1. And therefore, it will grab the position, which is the second value in our list. So now we have our list, second row, same column, and the value is La Mesa. So that's how it works. Let's try another color. Yellow. Same issue. We're getting NA, so we need to alter our formula. With the same process, if error, our formula, and within quotes, the message to be displayed, not found. Closing parentheses, Control, Shift, Enter, and now we're getting not found instead of NA. Let's try another color, black. San Diego, which is the correct value. Toyota Corolla Black, San Diego. So those are the two options when trying to perform a lookup with multiple filters or criteria. Thanks for watching.